My humble obeisances to you all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily class. Today we are continuing with Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter number 7, the scheduled incarnations. And today's verse is number 2. Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Glories Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. I'll share my screen again. Yes, Maharaj, please take over.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jaturacha Ajanayat Sumamam Sudyagna. Akunti Shurno Amaran Atadakshinayam. Lokatrayasya Mahatim Ha'aryat Artim Swayambhuvena Manuna Harir Ityanuktaha. Translation. The Prajapati first begot Suyagna in the womb of his wife Akunti, and then Suyagna begot demigods headed by Suyama in the womb of his wife Dakshina. Suyagna, as the Indra Deva, diminished great miseries in the three planetary systems, upper, lower, and intermediate. And because he so diminished the miseries of the universe, he was later called Hari by the great father of mankind named Swayambhuva Manu. Purport. In order to guard against the intervention of unauthorized incarnations of God by the fanciful, less intelligent persons, the name of the father of the bona fide incarnation is also mentioned in authorized revealed scriptures. No one, therefore, can be accepted as an incarnation of the Lord if his father's name, as well as the name of the village or place in which he appears, is not mentioned in the authorized scriptures. In the Bhagavad Purana, the name of Kali incarnation, which is to take place for almost 400,000 years, is mentioned along with the name of his father and the village of which he will appear. A sane man, therefore, does not accept any cheap edition of an incarnation without reference to the authorized scriptures. Om Gyan Timidandasya Gena Jana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swam Padantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Name Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavari Pastyatya Desatarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Paeva Chapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this age of Kali, one of the characteristics, or what you might say defects, is hypocrisy. A hypocrite, one who presents himself as something else than who he actually is. So this is carried in all areas of society, even in the area of persons who are claiming to be an incarnation of God or even God himself. Just recently I heard from one devotee. He's a preacher and he was holding a program, and many people came to the program. And at the end of the program, one man came up to him and he started talking, and he introduced himself as being God. He said, "I'm God." He wasn't playing around. He was quite serious from the way it was described to me. And this devotee said, if you're God, tell me what I'm thinking of right now. And this frustrated the so-called God. He became angry and just stamped out. So, yeah, this is quite fashionable. It happens all the time, and it's going on. There's more imitation gods than there is imitation of anything else in society. Here, Prabhupada uses the example of Kalki. His father's name is Vishu Yasuf, and that's mentioned. And he comes from one village, and I can't remember the name of the village, but that's also mentioned. So, therefore, in order to expose these cheaters, these things are mentioned in the scriptures, which makes it hard for them to establish themselves as incarnations. I remember when I was in New Vrindavan many years ago, this was back in the 1980s, there was a group of young people that came into our community with leaflets, and they were passing out these leaflets saying that the Kalki incarnation in this age has already appeared in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he's doing regular darshans. Please, and here is an invitation. Please come and hear from Kalki incarnation. So, of course, devotees weren't fooled by such a cheap introduction. So we said, well, he's a little early in his schedule. Perhaps he doesn't know what he's doing. So we kind of chided them, and then they left. So this is going on in the name of religion. So therefore, we say that just like we say that if you are actually the Supreme Lord, then show your universal form. So Prabhupada was talking about that one time where one person was saying that he was God, and so he was challenged to show his universal form. He says, "I only show it to my disciples." And then they asked him, "Well, has any of your disciples actually seen it?" And he said, "No." And then we said, "Well, that means none of your disciples are qualified disciples." So you can shoot holes in their arguments very easily. They can't really back up. Sometimes they have some mystic power, and they do something to try to prove themselves through mystic power. If they don't claim to be incarnations of God, they claim to be a very powerful person that can do so many things to enlighten people in the direction of life. So this is Kali Yuga. You can expect that. But everything has to be verified by Shastra. Shastra is the foundation by which we get what is authentic. This is a big topic because it happens all the time. Srila Prabhupada would say that in the Western countries, especially in America, there's an incarnation of God coming every day. And that was actually a fact back in the 1970s, where there was such a tidal wave of these persons coming from India because they found that it was easy to find followers in the Western countries because Western countries, people don't know what to ask or what to look for. And these so-called incarnations, they have some mystic power, so they distribute their mystic power. And then people think, oh, he must be God. But even Houdini, he was a great magician. They used to lock him in a box and then put chains around the box and throw the box in the ocean, and he would get out of the box unharmed. So that's mystic power. Krishna mentions that in the Bhagavatam. Like one can become lighter than the lightest, heavier than the heaviest, smaller than the smallest. One can create even a planet. So these things are done by great austerities and development of mystic power. That doesn't make one God. Even today, we have followers of so-called persons who claim to be God, or they're no longer personally present. They died. God died. And then their followers take up the banner and keep it going, saying that, our guru was God, now he's disappeared. He went back to the spiritual world. So, I mean, I could tell you stories all day about phony, but that's not really going to help anybody. We should just be aware that if you meet such persons, you have to challenge them by asking them to show their universal form, to ask them where they're mentioned in the scriptures, and to show that scriptural reference of their appearance. Because without scripture, there's no bona fide way of evaluating, except the fact that these persons are cheap. And Srila Prabhupada, his pranam mantra is Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavari Paschatya Satarine. Nirvishesha, impersonalist, Sunyavari, voidism. And Prabhupada came to the Western countries to uproot this idea of that the supreme absolute truth is impersonal, or he is actually the goal of becoming nothing, just like Sunyavadi means nothingness. So there is a class of so-called spiritualists who say that the goal of spiritual life is to void out your material existence and to enter into the unmanifested void and become nothing. And they say when you become nothing, then you're free from all suffering. So we call that spiritual suicide. So there are so many definitions of these so-called persons who place themselves in the position of God or an incarnation. And there's a variety of them. But Prabhupada was very strong in exposing such cheaters so many times. Even the cheating that goes on in the material world. People present themselves as great scientists, but they're all speculators. People present themselves as great medical achievers, but they don't know medicine. There's in every area there's a lot of pretense. People take jobs as teachers, but they don't even know the subject matter. So, there's so many forms of cheating, and that's Kali Yuga. Everyone has no good qualities, and therefore they adopt some kind of position. So for us, we stick to Srila Prabhupada and to the previous acharyas, and we get all our information. Therefore, we should read the books and hear from Prabhupada regularly, so not to be fooled by such persons. Because there is a class of people who are very expert at speaking in such a way as to attract people's mind. That's also a mystic power. How to attract the mind of others simply by your power of speech. They develop that also. I can mention one such person who had that, and then later on he was exposed as a great cheater. It's a long story, but there's so many. Um, so for devotees, just like sometimes one person would say, in the presence of Srila Prabhupada, they would come to Prabhupada's lectures and they would say, at the end of the lecture, they would say, well, I am actually God. And Prabhupada would say, that's very nice, but we know a better God. His name is Krishna. So we'll take Krishna over you because he's better. So that's one nice way of derailing these phonies. Another time, one person got up and challenged Prabhupada, saying he was God. Prabhupada said, please accept my obeisances. Now sit down, Mr. God. So, there's so many of these. I mean, we only know of a few, but the people go on. And the reason why some of this comes up because people develop some power or have some dream or some vision that there's some enlightened being, and then all of a sudden they adopt some false position in the spiritual realm. So therefore, devotees can prevent themselves being fooled by these things only when we know the philosophy well, because a lot of times these persons are quite expert at speaking. So it's important that we read the books, understand Krishna's position that is unique. As Krishna has mentioned, he's Ishwar Parama Krishna Satchidananda Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karnam Karnam. He is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is the cause of all causes. No one is equal to, no one is greater than him. Ekala Isha Krishna Asabrita. Yeah, the only master is Krishna, and everyone else is his eternal servant. So the words of Krishna, the words of the pure devotee who speak on behalf of Krishna, is our validation of what is authentic in the area of spiritual knowledge. So we have to read and study these books, not just read them, but understand them, because there is so much lying and cheating and duplicity and sophistry out there that if you're not well versed in, at least to some degree, versed in this knowledge, you can easily be misled by some of these cheaters who are quite expert at speaking. So therefore, it's important. Prabhupada said, read my books, and you'll have everything will be clear through the books, and hear from Srila Prabhupada and his representatives regularly, and then we'll be fixed in our understanding of who is God, what is our relationship with God, and how to develop that relationship. And we'll be able to see what is real and what is not real when you understand what is actually real. So it's important for devotees to be knowledgeable of this philosophy and the practice also, because there are many people who are quite intelligent, but use their intelligence. They're called duskritina. There's sukritina, and duskritina. Kritina means meritorious or very beneficial. So su means very beneficial, and duskritina means beneficial in the wrong way. In other words, they use their knowledge in a negative way, to cause harm to others and to themselves. But they're also very intelligent, you know. Some of the greatest powerful dictators in the world were very intelligent, but they used their position, their power, their intelligence to exploit others. So this is Kali Yuga, and we can expect more of it as Kali Yuga continues. The incarnations will still keep coming, the false incarnations. The ones that are already here, these are the ones we're interested in, and that you can find their knowledge in the Shastras, especially Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so my message to all the devotees is to read Prabhupada's books and to hear from Prabhupada regularly. And everything becomes clear, everything becomes easy. And anytime you're faced with any kind of challenge, or if you need any type of knowledge to present to others, you'll be equipped to speak. And that gives credit to our movement. We want that. We want devotees to be learned, because sometimes there is a class of people who criticize our movement, saying that we are sentimentalists, we don't know any philosophy. And to some degree, they have some argument, because a lot of our devotees don't know the philosophy because they don't take time to read and study these books. So we need to be, what we say, representative of our spiritual master, of Srila Prabhupada, of Krishna, by being fixed in the knowledge that is the basis of our relationship with Krishna. Okay, so we'll stop there.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much for this class, like mentioning about the incarnation and how to identify the real persons and not to fall into the cheaters or the yeah, and also stressing about the importance of reading Srila Prabhupada books. Thank you so much. Dear devotees, any questions or comments or realizations, you can please go ahead now. Please turn on your cameras if possible. You can raise your hand or you can type in chat box. Maharaj, yeah, Sridevi Mataji, please go ahead. I'll ask later.
Thank you. Dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, Maharaj, as you were explaining about how these so many false incarnations and false so-called godmen, etc., have come, and Srila Prabhupada was so firm about establishing what is the truth, who is God. So thankfully, we have all these wonderful literatures, and we have Srila Prabhupada disciples to guide us. But my concern is we are still in the process of becoming well read, getting the knowledge. We're still in the process of just understanding the ABCs of devotional life. And as long as we still have the Prabhupada disciples, there is a feeling of safety, security, shelter. But of late, I'm worrying a lot that so many Srila Prabhupada's disciples are going to disappear or are disappearing. Then what will happen to us? Because without the guidance of wise elders, how are we going to deal with the full onslaught of Kali Yuga?
Well, one of the things is to we have to develop this eagerness to know and learn. When Prabhupada was here, there was such a strong eagerness. We couldn't wait to when Prabhupada would put out another edition of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the next canto. We would jump on it and just read it, turn it in. We at the temples we would make it a a group reading session of the new book that would probably. So we were always eager for philosophy. That was very strong. And now I don't think it's not so much anymore because for whatever reason, people are not taking enough time and to learn the philosophy in a practical way. That means you have to know the philosophy, but you also have to know how to apply it because the application is more important than simply knowing it. So it's all there. So go to seminars, go to classes, hold sanghas, go to the temples, hear lectures, um, take Bhakti Shastra classes, take Bhakti Vaibhava classes, take Bhakti Vedanta classes. These are all classes that are being given in Mayapur Institute, in Vrindavan Institute for Higher Education. We're setting up an educational system within the society, but it's in certain areas. We should do it in all the temples. Prabhupada said our movement is not a religious movement. It's a movement to educate people in the area of what is actual spirituality, who we are, what is our relationship with Krishna, who is Krishna, how to develop that relationship, how this material world works, how to avoid getting trapped by the workings of the material energy. All these are in Prabhupada's books in detail. Prabhupada spent, hours every night from about 12 o'clock midnight to about 4 o'clock in the morning, just translating the Srimad Bhagavatam verses and then giving his Bhaktivedanta purports. So now we have BRC, Bhaktivedanta Research Center, which is the next educational step, collecting all religious texts from our acharyas, going all the way back to the whole Gaudiya Math acharyas, and keeping them, preserving them, and also giving seminars, presentations. And that you should check that out. That's in Calcutta, the BRC. It's a great, and they have a lot of plans for disseminating this knowledge also. They're starting to publish books based on this knowledge. We got enough books to read, but if you just read and study Bhagavatam, you can be fully equipped with all the knowledge you need to know.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. That is very reassuring.
Yeah, we go to school, we get good grades in our school, but when we come out, we don't have any interest in spiritual topics. Because the school education gets you some position, may get you some position and gets you some pecuniary benefits. You think, well, why should I read the books? I could be doing other things. Why should I go to the study classes? I just gave a seminar in Mayapur on Nectar of Instructions. It was the most lively seminar I can think I ever gave that I can remember. We had such discussions. It was so enlivening. And yeah, so it was just like, because when the class is enlivening, the speaker gives more. The more the eagerness of the class comes through to the speaker, and Krishna inspires the speaker to give more and more, depending on the eagerness for hearing, for understanding. So if we're not eager to learn, then we'll get very little.
Isn't-
We like to read books, but let's read those books that give you that knowledge will take you back to the spiritual world. Turn to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, the very end of chapter 4. I think it's verse 39. Start with verse 39. We'll go up to the end of the chapter, which is verse 42, I think.
Yes, Maharaj.
That's good.
Yes,
Hmm.
39.
A faithful,
Sorry.
faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental, who subdues his senses, is eligible to receive such knowledge. Having achieved it, he quickly attains the supreme spiritual plane, dedicated to transcendental knowledge. Okay, go to the next verse. But ignorant, faithless persons who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness. They fall down. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next. So we have to relieve all our doubts and come to the platform of full faith in both Krishna and spiritual master and Shastra. Next verse. One who acts in devotion, renouncing the fruits of it, and whose doubts have been destroyed by transcendental knowledge, is situated factually in the self. Thus, he is not bound by the reactions of works. In other words, we're free from the reactions of all of our activities when we're situated in transcendental knowledge. And the last one, this verse is powerful. In this, Krishna speaks there. Therefore, the doubts that have arisen in your heart of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bart, stand and fight. What is Arjuna getting? He's getting transcendental knowledge for Krishna. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to do his duty. Now Krishna is enlightening him and the principle of what is his duty and how to achieve perfection through executing his duty. So Krishna speaks the whole Bhagavad Gita just to enlighten Arjuna to the point where he's convinced beyond all doubt that this knowledge is, as it says, the most secret of all secrets. What is that verse, Sri Devi? This knowledge is the most secret of all secrets. Do you remember that verse?
This one, ninth chapter, Rajavidyam Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagavam Dharmam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. This knowledge is the most secret of all secrets, most confidential. Text 2, sorry.
Yeah. Well, it is the purest knowledge and gives direct perception of the self by realization. It's the perfection of religion, it is everlasting, and is joyfully performed. It's the most secret of all secrets. What does that mean? It means everybody can hear about it, but only those who have faith can understand it. That's why it remains a secret. You can hear it, and at the same time you can't understand it unless you have full faith. Then that knowledge becomes what we say, realization of the self. Okay, so
Thank you so much. Radha Vinodini Mataji, please go ahead.
Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to you. Thank you so much for this this very, very interesting topic. And what you said about how you eagerly were waiting for Srila Prabhupada's upcoming books really made me think about it, why we don't appreciate these things so eagerly. And one thing which came into my mind is that there are so much available now that it's easy to just not understand the value because it's not so rare. And sometimes we even think that, oh yeah, I've heard about this, I've heard about it, because it's not so-called new for us anymore. And how can we get past these kind of obstacles in our way of thinking?
Well, you're right. And it's also one of the diversions away from realization of transcendental knowledge that we can surf the net or swim in the ocean and see what we can find. But that's not necessary because everything, if you find everything in one place, why do you have to go to so many places to get so many different things? It's all in one place. Srimad Bhagavatam alone is Amalam Puranam. It covers all areas of knowledge and connects all of these areas of knowledge with devotion to the Supreme Lord. Whatever you want to know, even in a practical way, you can also get it from Srimad Bhagavatam. Just like there's in the third chapter, in the third canto, there's a whole chapter called Time, Measurement of Time by the Atom. It's very technical, very scientific. How time works and called the movement of the planets and especially the movement of the sun. The movement of the sun is the indicator of how the time element is calculated. So studying time in terms of its detailed understanding, it's all in one chapter, and then I think it's the 9th chapter of the third canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. Really interesting. It'll tax your brain. But if you tax your brain, what happens? Your brain gets good exercise. Just like people who train for sports, they do jogging, they do various types of exercise to get them ready for the challenge. So take on something that may be a little bit hard to understand and give it a go. And then your intelligence will start to manifest. If you don't use your intelligence, it remains weak. We shouldn't use our intelligence just to somehow or other organize our life in this material world. The animals do that also. They know how to eat, sleep, mate, and defend. And they have families also.
Oh, Krishna.
And so, but real intelligence is to understand who you are and who is God and what is that relationship and all the subject matters that connect with that relationship. And the interest of finding out more about Krishna and his different incarnations, or even Krishna. I mean, it's a lifetime of study. It's more than a lifetime. And so don't waste time. This precious knowledge has been given to us with great effort by the great souls for our benefit. They have no need to make books for their benefit. They make it for our benefit.
Yeah, that's really true. Yeah, I think the trick is that we have to read Srimad Bhagavatam a lot in order to understand more and understand the glories of it. For example, in the past half year, I started to watch a seminar about Srimad Bhagavatam, which gave some new understandings of its value, and I was really thinking like, oh my God, how could I not know it so far? Because now it's even easier to desire to dive deep into it, and because it's so limitless that that I'm sure that throughout all lifetime, Srimad Bhagavatam can give some new adventures, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and the word limitless is very, very definitive of this knowledge. It's unlimited. It can be seen from different angles of vision, and each time that angle of vision is correct according to the angle. So I hope everyone's going to come to France for the retreat. We're going to go deep into Krishna consciousness with this seminar on Manashiksha. It's one of the most profound spiritual presentations by Raghunath Das Goswami. So if you haven't signed up, it's not too late. Come to the retreat and you can, it'll be interesting. I've been studying for the last 2 days just my presentation, and I'm wading through this, this ocean of knowledge that is in front of me. It's like, whoa. But it's interesting. And it's really profound also. So don't miss this next seminar. This is really going to be a little bit different in terms of the quality of transcendental knowledge that's being given. Yeah. And you have Bhuta Bhavana, who is very eclectic. He knows how to take things and present it from different angles of vision that are really amazing. How he presents this knowledge. He's very, what's the word? He can go deep into recondite, that knowledge which is not seen simply by reading or hearing, and he can expose a lot of the points and explain it in a way that is relevant to all of us. He's a master at taking the philosophy and presenting it. So yeah, come if you haven't signed up yet. And I think the registration is going to close in a few days. So, Dheeraj, you should come also. And if you come, there's a surprise for you, special surprise. I won't say what it is.
Maharaj, my passport is not ready.
Huh?
My passport isn't ready, Maharaj.
Your passport?
His passport
Yeah.
is ready, he's saying. Amar.
It's not ready?
No.
Well, pull some strings and see if you can get a quick passport.
Yeah.
You can do it if you go to some leaders in our movement and in your area there in Calcutta. They might be able to push things through for you.
Yeah, go to Ajita Prabhu. He's a big shot in Kolkata and he can pull strings for you.
Jita, oh yeah, he's a multi-millionaire.
Okay, I'll contact him.
Yeah.
Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj.
There's a special surprise for you if you come, which we won't tell you until you get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Sonal.
Sonal Mataji, please go.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please explain obeisances, my obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Maharaj, going back to the topic of this false gurus or falsely claiming that they are gods. A few months ago, I've heard that there was this person whose disciple was claiming that this person is similar to the avatar of Lord Chaitanya. And I mean, I got baffled, but how can we counteract an argument if someone comes up with the argument that they are like Lord Chaitanya, because Krishna's pastimes are very widely openly discussed, but Lord Chaitanya's pastimes are kind of very selectively discussed amongst his devotees.
Lord Chaitanya took a mango seed, planted it in the ground, and within 1 hour, within a moment, a whole tree grew. Tell him to do that. Here, give him a mango seed, see if he can make a tree in a moment. That's mentioned. Lord Chaitanya did other things that are, only God can do. I mean, there's so many of these phonies out there.
I mean, it's amazing to see they come out and they talk with so much confidence.
Yeah, that's their trickery.
Thank you,
But
Maharaj.
yeah, it's just yeah, this is because what was I going to say? Because Prabhupada said people will get a cheater because they want to be cheated. If you want the real thing, you'll get the real thing. If you want a cheater, you'll get a cheater. People want a cheater. What is that? They want to have some idea that they're spiritual and at the same time fulfill their material desires.
Maharaj, and just another follow-up question on Sridevi Mataji's question, because you all carried on Krishna consciousness when Prabhupada left. So technically, even you did not have any guidance, and you were kind of growing in your Krishna consciousness. So what shall we do to reach that level at some stage, in this life or not next life?
Mm. It's based on desire. You have to make your desire strong. And by that desire moves. If you have that desire, Krishna will facilitate you to achieve that desire. He will show you, he will make arrangements for you. But if that desire is not there, or if it's weak, then you won't be able to see the opportunities. And this is a reality too. If you want to achieve something and you really work to achieve it, the opportunities to achieve it come. But if you don't really work to achieve it, even though the opportunities are available, you can't recognize them. You won't be able to see them based on desire. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj.
You have to make your desire strong. Then you might say, well, how do you get strong desires? That comes with association of advanced devotees.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Dear devotees, any more questions or comments? Yeah, Radha Vinodra Mataji.
I would like to have a follow-up question to this previous question, because you mentioned that when we get something cheater or someone cheater, it's because we want to be cheated. And you mentioned that we want to have spiritual and material at the same time. And if I'm honest, I think I have this mentality that I still desire material things also, and I just don't know how we can get rid of this mentality.
Yeah, just don't pay attention to them.
Oh.
Focus on what you should be focusing on, and all these other things. They will become less and less a botheration as your spiritual life gets stronger, your material life gets weaker.
Mhm.
If your spiritual life is not very strong, And your material life can overshadow that.
Oh, okay.
Bring in the sun, the darkness goes. Bring in the light of Krishna consciousness, and then these puny shadows, which we call material happiness, simply disappear like the clouds when the wind blows. There's nothing to material life. It's just smoke moving in the air. That's all it is. There's no substance to it.
Thank you. Thank you very much for clarifying.
Yeah, you have to be convinced, and you can be convinced in one of two ways, either by hearing or by experience, that there's no happiness in this material world.
Mm.
I mean, take a look at it. Take a look at the little toe on your left foot, or either your right foot. Just take a little look at it. How much pleasure can that little toe give you? But how much pain can it give you?
Yeah, that's really true.
So, material world is full of pain, suffering, disappointment, discontent, frustrated desires, and hard struggle for something that is lost in due course of time. If you can see material life for what it really is, then you won't chase after it anymore. Because you can achieve the benefits of material life through spiritual success also. You get happiness, you get satisfaction, you get relationships. All of that comes in spiritual life, and it's in the way that it is complete and satisfying. If we're chasing after it in the material world, it's like shadows of the reality. Why is the material world like that? Because it's meant to frustrate our attempts to be happy here, so we start waking up to where we should be focusing on. Krishna created this material world so we could suffer and get some understanding that this suffering is not natural. Nobody wants to suffer, but it comes.
Yeah, this is really true. I think with age we experience it more and more of it, but somehow it's so tricky still that especially this new technology gives so much illusions about happiness. And
If you study every material benefit of any object, you'll see it has a downside. What comes with something beneficial, apparently so-called beneficial, comes with another side to it that causes suffering, disappointment, or the unhappiness of losing what you achieved.
yeah, this is true. This is
Yeah,
totally
I mean,
true.
we have to give up this body someday. We got a body, we think, oh, it's such a nice thing. But after some time, you got to give it up. Nobody wants to give it up, but still, you have no choice. So just to go down the list of the inebrities of material life, but spiritual life is there's no dualities. It's susukam, kartamavyayam. It's joyful. When we are fully absorbed in it, it becomes joyful.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, I just want to share a realization. When you are talking about intelligence, so now I'm reading Srimad Bhagavatam, I enrolled into Bhakti Vaibhava and preparing for the exam, taking notes, reading purports in detail. So at that time, I feel that now Krishna is giving more intelligence to understand the purports, and also I'm realizing that how sweet is Srimad Bhagavatam, and I'm getting more connected to Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah. If you once you get connected to Bhagavatam, you get connected to everything, because Bhagavatam is the purest of all scriptures, and it gives direct perception of the self by realization. It mentions Krishna in his different incarnations.
Yeah, but still I'm little afraid of more philosophy because I just want to start Chaitanya Charitamrita also, but in the Leela there is more philosophy. So I'm just little thinking I'll not able to understand or how I'll do like that, Maharaj.
Well, if you're doing Bhakti Vaibhava, that's focusing on, there's Bhakti Vaibhava is the first 6 cantos,
Yes, Maharaj.
and Bhakti Vedanta is the second 6 cantos, which concludes the whole Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
Bhakti Sarvabhauma is Chaitanya Charitamrita, which we haven't really established as an educational presentation within ISKCON yet. We've only got as high as Bhakti Vedanta.
Mm. So, Maharaj, when we are talking about the importance of reading Srila Prabhupada books, for suppose in this busy lifestyle, nobody is getting more than 30 minutes or maximum 40 minutes to read. So,
Yeah.
at that time, how the Krishna conscious journey will be like? Will they be?
Yeah, just forget about what you're doing for one day, put everything else aside, forget it, and just read.
Mm.
That's all. The world's not going to stop if you don't do what you usually do every day. Like I'll give you a small example. I was in Bali for the last 10 days, from the 8th of March to the 17th. I just got back 2 days ago. So I didn't open my computer once. Not once. One of the reasons is I had no time. They kept me pretty busy there. But that was all right. I was fine with that. But it's like, if I didn't do emails, oh, the whole world's gonna end, So it's like,
That's true, Maharaj. Yeah.
it's like one of my god brothers, his computer crashed. And he said, "Oh, that's good. Now I can read Prabhupada's books."
Good, Maharaj. But we think in the opposite way. We try to fix the computer first.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes, Maharaj. Got it.
Okay.
Maharaj, for Srimati, if her computer crashed, we'd all crash because she holds the whole thing together with the Zoom calls. So for her, it is seva.
If the internet worldwide crashes, then what are you going to do? Devotees don't worry about that, because they chant when the internet's working and they chant when the internet's not working.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I'm defeated.
Dear devotees, any more questions or comments?
Okay.
Maharaj.
So we
Yeah.
chant for a while.
Yes, Maharaj. Before that, I just want to announce tomorrow's class. Hare Krishna, everyone. Tomorrow's class is with a new group, that is Siberia devotees. And Maharaj is going to talk about Srila Prabhupada and his experience with Srila Prabhupada mission and his journey in Krishna consciousness. And yeah, I request devotees to all please join. And it is a new Zoom link I'll share in the group today. It's the same time, 12 p.m. UK time, 5:30 p.m. IST, and 8 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for such a wonderful class and discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Shri Krishna. Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaur Bhaktarindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. It's mercy. Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hari Hari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hari Hari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hari Hari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hari Hari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hari Hare Ram Ram Hari Hari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hari Hare Ram Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hari Hare Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Hari Hare Ram He Krishna 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 Hare Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram He Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Ram He Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hari Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hari Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 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 Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna. Mataji, I want to